everybody. It's a real pleasure to be here today. Let me give you just 30 seconds about my background. I've been a CEO of different insurance companies for the last 21 years. I've been one of the promoters of the ecosystem in Argentina. I was one of the founders of the first digital investors club angel investors club in Argentina. I launched Colón, Compañía de Seguros, 7 years ago, and I launched Colón, which is the first digital insurance company 2 years ago. So with that background, I've been in both worlds. I mean, in the insurance sector and the entrepreneurship sector for many years, and I've been saying, why is not Insurtech growing in Latin America as it is growing in Asia, in the United States, in Europe? So we will try to answer that questions, and we will try to find the solutions to really promote Insurtech in Latin right now. This is where we are today in FinTech in LATAM. There are almost 12,200 startups. Those are startups that are well established. You can see the different numbers for the countries. Brazil, 380, Mexico, 273, Colombia, almost 150, Argentina, and so forth. When you take a look of the different parts of that FinTech ecosystem and you take a look of what's going on in Insurtech, is very small. Only 5% of that number, it is for the Insurtech. However, we are growing fast. Last year, we grew around 90%. Even we are growing faster than other verticals, but not as fast as, let's say, frogs, for example, or banks. There are more number of digital banks than Insurtechs right now going on in Latin America. So I asked myself, why is that? And the reason that I found is that for the people that are not in the insurance industry, our industry is like a black box. People do not understand how we work. What is the business model, how we make money, how we assume risk, etc., etc. So 2 years ago, I decided to do something to really promote Insurtech in Latin America, and I said, we need to really build a bridge between the insurance companies, the startups, and the venture capital funds. So we created LIFE, which is the first corporate venture capital fund in Latin America. It's Latin American Insurance Fund. And we really believe that we can close that gap between all the ecosystem, because as Hilario was saying, that the incumbents, the insurance companies, are part of the system, not like in FinTech that the entrepreneurs will try to really kill the incumbents. That is not our case in the insurance industry, and we all need to work together. This is how the Insurtech revolution is funded right now in the world. You can see accelerators, you can see venture capital, private equity, big names like Bain Capital, etc., or corporate investors like MassMutual, Transamerica, AXA, etc. But they are not looking at Latin America. We need to solve ourselves. We need to find the answers ourselves. If you take a look of corporate venture capital in any industry, this is not just for insurance, this is for any industries. The segment that is growing the most it is the corporate venture capitalists, where the incumbents are putting their money, not in terms of the research and development inside the companies, but putting the money in funds to invest in startups. Because the open innovation, which is today, it's already an old concept. It has more than 15 years, but it's more and more relevant every day. So innovation comes from the startups. So we created the funds first in Argentina. We are 3 companies right now. The largest health insurance company is Grupo OSDE. Second, Hipotecario is one of the largest groups in terms of landlord of real estate, and my company, Colon. We have one of the largest trustees in the world, TMF, present in 83 countries, PwC, VDO, etc. So basically what we are providing the insurance companies is a way to get to Insurtech and to innovation and really work with the startups to create new models, because the startup will need an insurance company that will validate the model, will allow to plug in and make the proof of concept and even make the products. And in many cases, the startups are B2B. I mean, are companies that will provide a service, a solution to an insurance company. So from our fund, what we can do is open the doors to those startups all over Latin America, and providing not just capital, but providing really value added to the startups. We invest late, what it's called late seed. So it is after the accelerators, but before the big venture capitals. And the interesting part is that when we invest, then the venture capitals will follow us, because we know the industry. So even if we take a small investment in the startup, we really allow the startup to bring big money after us. This is, it was already presented yesterday by Jonathan, but we launched the ITC Life Award, and it's an award that we are going to have the best 3 startups in Insurtech in Latin America, and we'll take them to Las Vegas to pitch there, to compete, and get awareness from all over the world, from all the insurance, the venture capital, everybody's there, and I would like to see you there pitching in Las Vegas. So I think this is the last one. Okay, thank you very much, and looking forward to the questions.